Hi, how is everybody? I hope everybody is still staying motivated, and for some of you there might have been changes with some of the openings back to a sort of a little bit more of a normal life again. For example, I was able to go out for lunch with friends, and I realized I haven't done this in months, just to sit at the table, so that was really lovely. At the moment, I've just begun a new online subject. It runs June, July. It's a 9-week subject condensed into 6 weeks. It's called Multimodal Text, Comprehending and Creating. The reason I chose this subject is, as an English teacher, that's now part of the curriculum that we need to teach multimodal text. So I thought, I think it's really important I take this as an elective, because I think technology is so much a part of everybody's lives now. But I really wanted to understand how to grade that from the English curriculum and syllabus perspective, because it's so different to writing essays or writing a creative story. So I'm finding this subject very interesting because I've been listening to the online videos all day, and I've made an effort to start strong because it is a 9-week subject condensed into 6 weeks. So the teacher said it is quite challenging because there is so much content to cover in such a short amount of time. I am very blessed though, because I have read one of the texts. I'd actually tried to do a graphic novels elective over summer with UNE as part of the English electives that I needed to do. And then when I got accepted into UTS, I still had the option to do one with UTS, because I dropped that graphic novels one over summer just because I literally did not have time to do Renaissance literature and graphic novels, especially during the Christmas season. So I'm very happy because I had begun reading some of the graphic novels at that time, and one of the novels that was really powerful is called The Complete Mouse, A Survivor's Tale by Art Spiegelman. This is his father's retelling of the Holocaust, and he does it through graphic imagery, and it's just so powerful the way he has conveyed the story. And it actually pioneered the way for graphic novels to tell quite serious stories, because nobody had really done that before art in the way that he did. So yeah, this is definitely one of the books I will choose to work on for one of my assessments. We're combined with the primary school teachers, so this is what's interesting, because there is so many texts that we can choose from, so we just have to make sure that they are high school texts, and yeah, Mouse is definitely in that category. So that's been one aspect of what I've been doing. I've just been trying to be organised, because I feel like there's my partner's birthday coming up and so many social things, so I'm just trying to be disciplined. I studied all day just to be on top of it, because we have a class on Friday where we need to discuss the first 3 components of the module, and even though it's a self-paced course, I just feel like every time these classes come around I want to understand what we're working on, and I thought I don't want to waste that time, especially with our teacher to guide us and interaction with the peers. So I've definitely learnt this from previous experiences, because sometimes I felt like, wow, some of the students, they had so much knowledge and their insight was incredible. So I always wanted to make sure I did the readings so that I understood the perspective they were coming from, and then also the different angles or the different readings of a text that people could take. So this is definitely an inspiring subject. And then we have to work on like all the different multimodal modalities. So for example, TikTok, which I know is very popular now. I've definitely seen that with friends' children doing a lot of TikTok videos online and things like that. So it'll be interesting to study it from the scholarly perspective of what's beneath all of this, and especially going forward with technology, because I think it's only going to become more prominent in our lives. So it's nice to use it in a way where I'm able to help people's literacy as well. And so the teachers are very organised in this subject. They've really developed it from previous students' responses to how they wanted more interaction. So that's why we do have the Zoom classes, because I think students found it quite difficult when there weren't Zoom classes, because they just needed that interaction to know, okay, I'm on the right track, and the teacher said she'll give us feedback regularly, so this will definitely be very helpful. I really feel feedback is the thing that guides me. We have to do self-feedback as well, so they said this is really important for us as a learning technique. So just sometimes I think because when you're by yourself learning and not in the classroom, sometimes we question, am I on track with this or not, and just the standard. So I'm looking forward to working through that. The other thing is I've been able to get to the beach, which has been beautiful because I'm up north, so the weather's a bit warmer than my home down in Sydney. So that's been wonderful, and yeah, just trying to stay motivated. I've had friends calling, talking about their struggles with just the isolation. That's still very much a part of many people's lives, and so just, yeah, what people are going through. It's listening to everybody's stories. I've got, my partner's family in Brazil. Brazil's definitely one of the most affected countries right now, so just hearing the realities that are going on for people, sometimes it just seems unbelievable, but yeah, I just feel like we've still been trying to keep our life pretty simple, to take care of the situation. So the other thing I started doing was looking at job applications online, and so that gave me something just to, I feel, inspire me and move me forward as well. So I started working on applications, and especially for government roles, there's a new role called Student Support Officer, and that's been specifically created by the New South Wales government for students' mental health and well-being. So I thought this role sounds really incredible, and just something that I'm interested in anyway, because I thought going into teaching, one of the main reasons I wanted to do this was so that I could help guide students. So it was just, it's been positive to see what's available and the developments that are happening at a government level and within the schools, because it's definitely needed, and I can't imagine what the students are going through. Like, I know a lot of students have returned to school now, so but just the concerns of the future and what's happening for people, so trying to create that sense of normality. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I've just been trying to enjoy my holiday, and well, not trying, I've been enjoying it. So it's been nice to relax, but at the same time it was really nice, like when I started listening online when this time it's the Blackboard learning system, but when it opened and I've been able to access all the videos, they're so informative, and it always reminds me why I'm continuing to study, because I always compare my day without study or with study, and I just love getting more knowledge and information. So that was my topic to talk about today. And the other thing was, sometimes you get that confirmation you're on the right track, because when I dropped the subject at Christmas time, I remember that my uncle said to me, don't worry, it'll come back round again. And so it's just interesting, because I think every semester there's definitely the core subjects we need to do, but sometimes with our electives where you can be not undecided, but it's kind of what's the most convenient option at the time. And so it's just nice when it does come back around, because I thought I did really want to learn about that topic. So yeah, that's really positive, and I hope that everyone's doing well with their exams, if you've finished your exams, and just the close of semester for most people. So I hope everybody else gets to have a bit of a nice holiday as well. Okay, bye.